What is up? How's everyone doing? What's going on, guys? We're actually, I'm gonna keep that running in the background. We'll keep it low. So like we were talking about before about doing something slightly different, I figured we'd start tonight. We probably won't be going super long, but this is a good topic that I wanted to cover in an actual video, but I decided to never ever put that video together, never script it, because, well, I got burnt out on hard edits and shit like that for myself. And so I figured tonight we could take a look at Cicada 3301. This is a very interesting thing that came around the internet in, I believe, right around 2012. Obviously, I didn't script tonight because I didn't want to take the time to actually write a script. I probably should have. I could have made this seem a little bit more professional, but you know, it is what it is. So we're going to be on the flying a lot of this shit, and we're going to be basically doing it live, as it were. Yeah, parts of it have been solved, so we'll dive into everything behind it, what it is, what the whole point of the whole thing ended up being, and what people's theories were surrounding it, kind of like any of our other Remmies. I've done 6 of those. This will be number 7. However, we're doing this a little differently. I might cut this up and put it together for an actual video, because it'll be easier with the rolling through the evidence live. We won't find, and it won't be as clean as the other videos, but at least it will be something. Now, all these things have one thing in common, whether it's happening out in the real world, whether it's happening online, it's an AR thing, it's whatever. It's something that becomes a cult thing or a interesting following and a group of people who get together trying to solve whatever is going on. Thanks for the dono over there, Reefer. Appreciate that. Sorry I'm not doing on cam tonight. I didn't want to set up the green screen and move everything around. I'm going to reorganize my room so I can have the green screen in a different position, so it'll be a lot easier. But yeah, so moving on with what the plan is for tonight. We're going to go through the things that people discovered. We're going to go through the evidence and images and whatnot of how this AR popped off and how it came to prominence, really. It's been going on. People are still writing news articles about it to this date. There's still an interest in it for the simple fact that it has not been solved. And I think when something like this comes along where people are so interested in it that, 8-9 years later, they're still talking about it. Like while I was diving around and trying to find some sources and things to talk about it, I found an article that was just written 3 days ago. There was things online that are continuing to be discovered with this situation and with the puzzle that is Cicada 3301. This took place all over the internet, all over the world. Pardon me, Marlene, do you talk about Thomas Schoenberg? I don't think so. I don't know who that is. But if it's tied into Cicada, it'll be talked about tonight. Like I said, I did surface level investigation, surface level diving right now. I had done a lot more in the past, and I wish I could find that script, because I had a partial and like things lined up for what that was, but I couldn't find it. I think it's on my old work drive, and since my email is no longer with active with them, yeah, I'll take a look into that. I mean, if you're memeing, then you're just gonna have me going and hunting for a meme, because that last name seems very meme-ish. It's one of those things where if I could get into it, I would find that and I would go through the script and the additional evidence I have from there, which I did have quite a bit of things lined up. Pardon me, hold on one second. Sorry, I had to cough really bad, and so I had to mute myself because I don't want to blow out your eardrums if you're running headphones. So I had gone through it pretty heavily, gotten into the lore of it, and missed out on the drive that I had at the time to actually dive it. So for those of you who haven't looked into it, haven't gotten into anything in relation to Cicada 3301, it's another, I guess, alt reality, AR thing. Oh, thank you. I appreciate that. I don't know which side that was on, but I heard it. And seems to me like there's the lore surrounding it is pretty damn deep, and the fact that it took someone at the caliber of a pretty well developed hacker to get more information on it, is it puts a lot in perspective of what it was. Now, people all have their theories. There's a lot of theories on what Cicada 3301 is, and we'll get into that shortly. I'm just doing some back end shit with my YouTube channel, trying to get that lined up. But I mean, the lores run from it was a CIA recruiting plan to it. Shit, I don't even want to start in on it because I'm gonna get just dove. Let me pull it up. Nope, wrong one. Sorry, guys. So, like I said, this isn't gonna be as clean as the videos were. I don't care about this. So, here's what we're gonna do. I'm using Fandom because they have a lot more of the lore, and they have a lot more of the information that was sourced over the years. They also, I mean, because it's a wiki-based website, there's things that are pulled from 4chan, 8chan, elsewhere that I couldn't find again, or would have had to, shit, it would have taken me hours to look through. But on the fly, I wanted to say, thanks, buddy. Thanks for that, fat kick boy. You're in the forehead squad, man. Okay, so 2012 is when this whole thing started. People were using the 4chan X board, and they were greeted with a mysterious image. Now, the image is what you'll see right here. This message is hidden in this image. Find it, and it will lead you to the road to finding us. We look forward to meeting the few who will make it all the way through. Good luck, 3301. Apparently, not many people were following the board, and not many people were actually really interested in the beginning, and many thought it was another ARG, like I was saying. Some thought it was NASA, NSA, CIA, something like that, where they were using it to recruit because, well, they have a history of using very complex mathematical puzzles to recruit potential people, and this seemed like something up their alley. Now, solvers were quick to find methods of finding it. The most common use was to initially open the image file into a text file, and you'll see it right here what that was. Now, I have no idea what the hell this means. It's code. It's something tied in. Yeah, I'll go over there and subscribe to you too, buddy. Thank you. Let me actually do that. I was always like supporting the people who support the channel. I really appreciate you, Keckboy. You're always fucking on it, man. And same with like Reefer and Wyatt and the other guys who are the consistents. It does mean a lot. Let me pull open the YouTube so I can. I never subscribed to things, so I felt like oh, listen, it's me. Here we go. Show your subscriptions. There you go. Oh no, there it is. You have 124 subscribers. Yeah, I need to get you up. So a text file, which apparently was a Caesar cipher, because of the repeated characters, hence the reference, and the deciphered text was a URL. Decrypting this cipher and the URL led to the discovery of the following image. This was a difficult clue to follow, but solvers soon realized that it meant that the outguess had to be used, hence the words guess and out. In its simplest form, outguess is a stenography program. Now, a lot of modern software in this day allows you to do this in the back end. Even Premiere will let you do this in the background. I don't know if it was as prevalent at the time, so apparently it was a very, very specific program that they had to use. Opening the image in Outguess led to the following message, concentrated to fit better formatting. Basically, it's here's a book code. To find the book and more information, go to, and then there was a Reddit. And then they were given a file and specific 14.8, 15.8, 16.4. These are, I would assume it's different sentence lines to letters in that line, and then you put it together and you decode the cipher. The subreddit contained a lot of different text posts and 2 images. These were the 2 images. Now, it's a fucking basic ass welcome mat, right? Looks like a generic image, but you can see distortion here. You can see a lot of distortion in the image. You can also see hedging and distortion here. This could be something that they would have to run through a program in the background. Here's what they found. Each one contained an outguess message. Welcome was this. Hash SHA1. From here on out, we will cryptographically sign all messages with this key. It is available on the MIT key servers and the key listed as posted in, and that was the first image. Patience is a virtue, good luck. And then it was signed with the signature, right? Let's see, hold on. Here's a check signature. More Cicada stuff, right? The signature is good. Basically, it's saying that this is an actual key script for something. There's something inlaid there, right? Now, problems was this. Hash, SHA1. The key has always been right in front of your eyes. This isn't the quest for the Holy Grail. Stop making it more difficult than it is. Good luck, 3301. Another signature script, right? And it's a good signature. So basically what they do is they look and use this program to figure out if the key script and the signature script is actually from Cicada. Now, not knowing who he was or she was and trying to figure out whether it is, they created this program in order to determine that. Because probably at this point in time, you'd have a lot of people. I'll subscribe over there too, buddy, with my other channels as well, since I got, Toxic Male Clips and other. Now, you'd probably have people faking this kind of stuff. I mean, it was up on the 4chan and other boards in 2012, and that was kind of the peak. Well, I would say 2016 was the peak for those kind of boards, but something like this would ask for imitators. It's super mathematical. It's heavily tied into understanding machine code, understanding anything related to back-end shit that we're scrolling through that we have no clue of, right? These are things that we have no idea of. Both of them were signed with PGP signatures, which are basically a completely secure method of ensuring that the messages come from the confirmed sender. See, you can download Cicada's GPG key that was tied into the key server that they were talking about. In the header of the subreddit, there was the following string given. The number sequence that is written using Mayan numbers is as follows, and it has a script of numbers. Comparing this to the other set of characters and script in the title, we can see that numbers below 10 in the sequence above is also found in the string at the same positions. Also note that instead of 10 we have A, instead of 14 we have E, and so on up to J being 19. Since the title of the page contains 23 characters and there are only 13 Mayan numbers, it is quite likely that we're supposed to continue converting characters from the title characters, and they found it out, right? Because smart minds, and you get a group of, I don't know, autists. I mean, no disrespect, for them, but they fucking do really good work. These board people and these people who sit in these rooms. Hey, what's up, Autoshed? How you doing, buddy? A little bit different kind of stream tonight. Yeah. So later it was found that the key was derived from the King Arthur text. Translate each digit to a letter from the alphabet starting with 0, and you get a fucking massive slap of trash letters all together. In my eyes, each letter is the first letter. Each letter is first letter in lines of decrypted text. Let's see what that is. So, this is the paste bin. So the King Arthur text is yes. You give cookies, everything. This is it, and it all ties into the initial letters on this side. Now, I'm not going to go through and read this, but this is tying into the King Arthur story, right? This was the key that the image problems mentioned, being the code to the shift cipher to be applied to the lines of text in the subreddit. If this is confusing, it basically means that each letter in each string was meant to be shifted by the number corresponding to its location in the text. This produced the following story. We do want to read that. It's not complete. Okay, so that's what they found out of it, right? So it produced the King Arthur story. Now, this would take so long to read. I love how I can hear it scrolling. We're not going to read it because that would take forever. Maybe if I pull this together, I'll do some deeper dive stuff and edit it in, because that would be easy, especially with the new mic and all the audio rig and everything sounds so much more better and leveled. The code in the original message, as mentioned by a book code, was applied here. If you're not similar with book codes, like I was saying, it's a line. It's the number associated in the line. The first number is a line. Second number is a character in that line, right? Applying the book code, you get this. Ooh, interesting. Call us at U.S. telephone number 214-390-9608. You know what would be interesting? Damn it, I don't have Skype set up on this computer right now. God damn it. It'd be interesting to call this number and see if it's still active. It's this number right here. This was obviously a phone number specifically 214-390-9608. This number has been, has been since deactivated. Calling this number initially gave the following message. Very good. You have done well. There are 3 prime numbers associated with the original final.jpg image. 3301 is one of them. You will have to find the other 2. Multiply all 3 of these numbers together and add a .com to find the next step. Goodbye and good luck. The original image had the dimensions 509 and 503, which are prime numbers. These were multiplied with 3301 and it equals this number, and you go to .com. Let's see if it's still active. No, the domain has since been let go. A backup of the page. Okay, cool. It's obviously the Cicada image. Find our locations. Find our symbol at the location nearest you and give us coordinates, right? In the image was a QR code with the Cicada print. What's up, Mom Tech? And going to the website led to an image of a cicada on countdown. Using outguess on the image produced the following message. #SHA1. You've done well to come this far. Patience is a virtue. Check back at 1700 on Monday, January 9th, 2012. Too soupy. All I got from the Aussie one was an anal probe. Ugh, gross, bro. you got you got scooped by some aliens. Oh man, I really want to steal that from JJ. I really want to steal it right now. But then he'll make fun of me for stealing his shit. You know what? I don't give a fuck. You know? Sometimes you just gotta do what you gotta do. Let me see. Let me see. This is what happened to. This is what happened to Mom Tech.
What's inside your butthole? What's inside your butthole? I always want to know. What's inside your butthole? I always want to know. What's inside your butthole?
Oh shit!
What's inside your butthole? I always want to know. What's inside your butthole? I always want to know. What's inside your butthole?
I didn't know it was like this crazy of dubstep or whatever the fuck. It's actually not a bad remix of it. But yes, Mob Tech, they found out what was in Mob Tech's butthole. And it wasn't corn. It was his prostate because he's a male. And so the solvers waited and waited and waited. And finally, after what seemed like years, the website changed a bit. The scary bit, right? So these are the QR codes that were placed at the location. Did Mob, seriously? Did you actually go to one of the locations? I'm actually gonna get a Stream Deck soon. So this is what was found at all these locations. And if you look at it, they had to have whatever this was. They had to have a lot of people working on it because I believe they were spread out all over the place. Like, okay, let's give it a quick look here. Let's see where this lands. It's now a Mr. Pancake. Let's see where this is. What is this? What area is this? Oh. Convenient. Warsaw. Okay, right. I haven't dove the actual coordinates in fucking years. Sorry guys, I know I'm doing this on the fly. Where is this one? This looks like France. Yeah, so France. So you have Poland, you have France. 482407. That's also going to be France. I'm curious because if they're all coordinated in Europe, Seattle. Yeah, Seattle. I wonder if, that'd be interesting if things were still up. Yeah, that's Seattle, right? Yeah, Seattle. So clearly, if this wasn't an op, as many people think, if this was not something by a government entity of somewhere in the world, this would have to have been coordinated by a massive amount of people. Because look how many locations you have. Because okay, you have everyone set this up, these people who are involved, right? Or if it's not people, then CIA or NSA could make sense. But to have these QR codes put out, you have to coordinate at least, it looks like, 15 people and keep their mouths shut. And then you also have to have the people who are smart enough to put these scripts and the text for outguess and whatnot together. These return locations all over the world, as we noticed. You'd be forced to collaborate with other users, like the main IRC channel on NOV4. At each of these locations, found a sheet of paper with the QR code and the image of the cicada. So they weren't exactly the same. They varied. Here's one from the US. This one. Where's this one from? Paris. Seoul. Right here. That one's also Seoul. Okay, that's a chart. So, upon scanning the QR codes, 2 different messages were revealed. They were #SHA1. In 29 volumes, knowledge was once contained. How many lines of the code remained when the... Damn, I don't know how to pronounce that. Mabinogion paused. It's probably a fucking terrible pronunciation. Go that far in from the beginning and find my first name. And he gives a script. Line 1, character 29, 646. The product of the first 2 primes. Oh shit. Not only did he throw in other things, he threw in actual word puzzles. So, right? You've shared too much to this point. We want the best, not the followers. Thus, the first few there will receive the prize. Good luck. And another signature. And a poem of fading death, named for a king, meant to be read only once and vanish. Alas, it could not remain unseen. And then you shared blah, blah, blah. Which solvers knew to be book codes, along with the description of each book. They also included a warning about too much collaboration. See, that's what I find interesting, is that initially it started off as a group thing where people were working together, and whoever put this together really wanted people to solve this on their own, right? And not have the tie-ins with each other, right? And to go that route. So they made it seem like if you did work with someone, that if you weren't the first there or the first to solve, then you would end up not winning whatever it was. The second code was found to have led to the poem Agrippa by typing in words from the description. This poem can be found spat out the following after the book code was applied. There's a script to a .onion. Sorry, I'm moving stuff around. Which most will know to be a hidden service on the Tor network. By entering a page into a Tor-equipped browser, users find the following message. Congratulations, create a new email address with a public free web-based service, once you've never used before, and enter it below. We recommend you to do this while still using Tor for anonymity. We'll email you a number within the next few days in the order in which you arrived at this page. Once you've received it, come back to this page and append a / and then the number you received to this URL. 3301. Let me get this out of the way. I need to be able to see what's going on. I'm gonna call it mobbin. The mobbin code paused at line 69 out of a total of 75. 65 from the beginning is volume 6. Cicada is my first name. So this is when they found... Oh, interesting. This is found when they found Cicada. The rows have been shifted down one row for some reason. You have to index the first line with a 0. The way that these pages are run, in that everything publicly available will go in part 1, and they're just blah blah blah. They're telling you how it is and how it ties. The following happened after someone initially leaked the email sent to them. including instructions for obtaining another RSA code, and the clue numbers.tk. Sadly, there's no good documentation on what happened next, so presumably the solvers visited it, which led to another opportunity to get an email, as some certainly did. To read more, continue to part 2. Wanna go part 2? Yeah, we'll go part 2, right? Okay. So I know, for those of you who are just joining, for those of you who've gone through this, I haven't read through everything, so that's why we're doing it here, and it's something a little mixed, a little different. So I hope you stick around and appreciate you guys being here. Those who applied early enough or follow the numbers.tk hint were greeted with this email. #SHA1. This message will only be displayed once. Here's the message that has been encrypted with the RSA. The crypt RSA, blah, 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 right? And here's the code. Here's the public key used to encrypt it. Know that it has a low bit modulus and is therefore, BR. And then it's the encrypted message is a number. Break the decryption key, then come back to this same URL and decrypted message to continue. Each person who has come this far has received a unique message with a unique key. You are not to collaborate. Sharing your messages or key will result in removal from the next step. There is a second chance to get your own RSA message and key. Follow the .tk hint. There are many fake messages out there. Only messages signed with the public key are valid. Good luck, 3301. Did I miss anything? Nah, I was able to fill in the words. After the RSA puzzles, people who submitted the correct answers to their individual RSA puzzle, each person had a different number, to the Onion page, received another email with a MIDI puzzle. The MIDI puzzle and solution can be found here. If you don't understand how the cipher was solved, ask in #Cicada solvers. Basically, it was a substitution cipher where one tone in the MIDI was one letter. MIDI consists of 2 songs. The MIDI consists of 2 songs. Second one is encrypted from the chorus of Blake's, a poem, a song of liberty. Let the chorus be your guide to the depths was the hint. First MIDI song was encrypted. Text players had to decrypt with a unique set of words at the end. Very good. You've proven to be most dedicated to come this far to attain enlightenment. Create a GPG key for your email address and upload it to the MIT-key servers. Then encrypt the following word list using Cicada 3301. Public key sign it. With your key, send the ASCII armored ciphertext to the Gmail address from which you received your numbers and words. Unique list of words here. Garden, ball, house, cat, shore, back, head, gallon. Lurkers in the MIDI puzzle. Example. Let's see what this is. I remember this being posted on 4chan around my high school days. I feel old. It's the reason. Yeah, I'm not gonna. It's never been completely solved, I don't think. I was deciding on what to talk about tonight, and I circled back to Cicada, and so I just searched it, a traditional Google search, and the fact that they're still writing about it to this day. There's an article that was written like less than 3 days ago. Those who sent an encrypted PGP signed email with their words were later invited into the infamous leaked email. Whoops. Okay. On February 6, 2012, a guest submitted the following email to Pastebin, supposedly leaked from Cicada 3301 after solving the 2012 puzzle. 3301 Cicada. This has been modified from your original text in order to remove your Uber identification signature. If you think it belongs to any particular applicant, it does not, and you do not know what I mean. You mad? Slightly identified content. In an attempt to hide identity of leaker, Cicada sent different punctuation, sentence structure, email to every receiver so that any leaks could be backtraced. Interesting. So I mean, if this person didn't know this, they could have found out who it was right away. That's weird, and bumped them out of the situation. Do not share this information. Congratulations, your month of testing has come to an end. Out of the thousands who attempted it, you are only one of a few who have succeeded. There is one last step, although there will not be any hidden codes or secret messages or physical treasure hunts. This last step is only honesty. We've always been honest with you. We shall continue to be honest with you, and we expect you to be honest with us in return. You've all wondered who we are, and so we shall now tell you. We're an international group. We have no name. We have no symbol. We have no membership rosters. We do not have a public website, and we do not advertise ourselves. We're a group of individuals who have proven ourselves, much like you have, by completing this recruitment contest. And we're drawn together by common beliefs. A careful reading of the text used in the contest would have revealed some of the beliefs: that tyranny and oppression of any kind must end, that censorship is wrong, that privacy is an inalienable right. We are not a hacker group, nor are we Juarez group. We do not engage in illegal activity, nor do our members. If you are engaged in illegal activity, we ask that you cease any and all activities or decline membership at this time. We will not continue if you decline. However, if you lie to us, we will find out. Where's? Gotcha, Juarez. You're undoubtedly wondering what it is that we do, much like a think tank, in that our primary focus is on researching and developing techniques to aid the ideas we advocate. Liberty, privacy, security. You have undoubtedly heard of a few of our past projects, and if you choose to accept membership, we're happy to have you on board to help with future projects. Please reply to this email with answers to the next few questions. Do you believe that every human being has a right to privacy and anonymity, and is within their rights to use tools which help obtain and maintain privacy, cache-strong encryption, anonymity, software, etc.? Do you believe that information should be free? Do you believe that censorship harms humanity? We look forward to hearing from you. 3301. End FUUUUU. We look forward to hearing you. Anonymous. I'm gonna go back. Okay. Oh, go away with your giant fucking ads. Who would want to use StreamYard? Why? Why would anyone use StreamYard? Fuck off. From here, nobody knows what really happened, as the original puzzle was not very well documented in its end stages, like the second puzzle was. Hopefully one day this will come to light. After receiving this email, every person that did so went completely dark, as if they had disappeared off the internet. Nobody knew how deep the rabbit hole went, but all the solvers could agree it was the deepest they'd ever seen. What happened after this is mostly unknown, apart from a few slips when some people told a bit more about what was going on later. Logs of the testimonies can be found on Unification. Legitimacy of those is not confirmed. It might be trolling after all. 3301 might not exist at all. Go away with your fucking terrible ads. I remember threads, people wouldn't even give clues, but only results. Yeah, it was always something interesting to me when you get these puzzles, and I'm a real big fan of ARG. Now, would any of them pop up where I'm at? No, not unless I started one myself and then got people. Well, I have know enough people now around the world that I could probably pull off an ARG, honestly. But the technical know-how and shit like that, I don't think I would have it, right? I don't think. I mean, I'm sure where I could find some in the community that we interact with to get involved and, you know, put something together. But I find them highly, interesting. After a whole month without any word from 3301, the following message was posted on the subreddit from the start. In a post entitled Valete, meaning farewell, it reads as follows. We have now found the individuals we sought. Thus, our month-long journey ends for now. Thank you for your dedication and effort. If you were unable to complete the test or did not receive an email, do not despair. There will be more opportunities like this one for y'all. P.S. and then a script. The final message received from Cicada in 2012 that was confirmed to be them mentions 3301 popped up throughout the rest of the year, and by December everyone had forgotten about it. Let's see what this. Oh, that's the original text. For any of the fake messages / speculation, there's obviously areas below. Now that's the end of 2012, and that's kind of how it stopped, right? So the leaked email was kind of interesting for the fact that I don't know if I would put together ideas of adjusting punctuation or removing punctuation in order to be able to track where and who would leak. That's fucking smart. 2013 brought around another puzzle. It had been exactly 366 days since the 2012 Cicada puzzle began. Nothing happened in 11 months until the 5th of January 2013, when a second image was posted to /x/b image boards on 4chan. There were 3 threads where 3301 posted on 4chan 2 times, 23 hours apart, and one was on /x. There was another 1 day earlier thread that mentioned warning paste bin and an onion. I'm not on a browser that can look at Tor. I need to get Brave on here. I think Brave can run Tor. Hello again. Our search for intelligent individuals now continues. The first clue is hidden within this image. Find it and we'll lead you to the road finding us. We look forward to meeting the few that will make it all the way through. Good luck, 3301. The image as follows. Welcome again. Here is a book code. To find the book, break this riddle. A book whose study is forbidden, one dictated to a beast, to be read once and then destroyed, or you shall have no peace. Yeah, exactly. I VPN everything now. Wow, that's long. It's a long code. The poem introduced the secret message was a nudge towards the right text. After a bit of debate, the text that was used to encrypt the book cipher was discovered. The law. The book that was used to hide the message was... God damn it, why are you auto-scrolling? Because the ad disappeared. Fuck off, ads. I need to get on something that ad blocks on these pages. Liber al Vel Legis by Aleister Crowley, also known as the Book of Law. It is available online and can be found here. The first line points toward the 6th character of the first line in the first chapter, an H in this case. It was assumed that spaces weren't counted. Punctuation, however, influences the character chosen for the plain text. During decrypting, people found that dashes were vital to the process. In the plain text, well, because if you don't, that's the hyperlink that they came up with. Directed to a Dropbox address with a 130 megabyte file ready for download. After downloading, the file was analyzed and quick checked for magic bytes, header bytes, revealed the file below. This image was downloaded by multiple solvers and either burned to a disk to run on a computer or open in virtual drive. Looking into content, it was found that the data, boot, and audio. When booting from the image, a boot sequence appeared, printing a sequence of numbers to the screen. They were temporary 2-second pauses in the audio at 10:33 and 33:01, where it stops at the latter and moves to the second stage. The next and last stage of procedure is the screen that follows. Let's hear it. Let me get the audio, the music down so we can hear it. Damn, booting it takes a lot of CPU or GPU. Listen to that. See, I don't know if I would trust booting up something like this on my PC. Oh, there's the pause at 33:01. The key is all up. Hold on. Let's see what it's in. Oh, goody. Stop, YouTube, you fuckface. I don't want it. I don't want it to play. I'm gonna kill you. I'm gonna kill you, YouTube. Piece of trash. Like my suggestions are here. Okay, let's see if we could pause this at the right time since fucking keys all around you. Good luck. And it has a script key up there, right? Also found in the image was a PGP signature, which would be verified as 3301's signature. It is possible to interrupt the boot sequence by pressing Control-C. User TC is active and does not require a password. In sudoers file with no prompt, sudo ash to raise to root. All technical shit I don't understand. Further inspection revealed nothing that is not listed in this wiki. Another of the OS. It was a Linux-based OS. The music. The folder, audio, contained an audio recording. The title of the recording was 76.mp3 and can be downloaded here. The ID tags show us that the title of the file, the Instar Emergence Artist 3301, used the instrument as a guitar with distorting effects on it. Let's see if we can hear it. Yeah. Wow, it's 2 minutes long. I mean, the person's not bad at guitar, that's for sure. I sound so loud in comparison to this. See, this is why I find it highly interesting with these things, for the simple fact that the person put all of this together. You know what I mean? They went out of their way to put this together. Okay, so you get a feel for it, right? You get the vibe. Let me get the audio adjusted here. There we go. All right. Let me get my background music back up. Alrighty. The song is in the key of D minor with a custom guitar tuning. Damn, dude, these fucking people, man. Hold on. Let's finish what I was at. The song had been deconstructed and checked for hidden reverse messages, but as of yet, nothing has turned up out of the ordinary. The song is in the key of D minor with a custom guitar tuning of D, A, D, G, A, D. Musicians out there, I don't know if y'all understand that. You probably do better than me. That's for damn sure. So if you understand that, I'll understand that. Whoops, wrong button. Sorry. Trying to adjust audio. Because whenever I mess with audio on the other side of the thing, it gets super loud. There we go. We listen to it. Key points about the track is the initial breath sound, believed to be the sound of mini cicadas. Tempo changes, beginning at approximately 135 beats per minute, accelerating to 145, then slowing to 125. This has led some to believe that the song has been slowed by 5%. The only instrument used were a guitar, an acoustic guitar, an electric, and an effect-driven bass drum. Spectral hum, they looked at it. Instar emergence, parable. Like the instar tunneling to the surface, we must shed our own circumferences, find the destiny within, and emerge. The original message had a \n attached to the end of each line. The character sequence is used to indicate a new line in some programming languages. These were omitted due to availability of proper formatting techniques. Subgroup who were assigned the task of analyzing the poem / riddle above speculated that circumferences might be a reference to perceived limitations rather than actual physical walls. Find the divinity within and emerge is most likely to reference the divine ratio, or phi. Such shedding may also be a reference to the way cicadas shed their shells. It has also been pointed out that the song is 247, 167 seconds, which is a prime. It also revealed to the name of the file 76.1, and 76.1 is also prime. Jesus Christ, man. What I find so highly interesting in these kind of things is the amount of effort and work that go into them. Now I can understand why whoever this group was, or whatever the actual truth of the matter is, if it's just an ARG, if it's just a way to, I don't know, search out people who might have similar interests or whatever. The amount that went into this is fucking astronomical, right? The amount of time, you can understand why the person would stop for a while to recoup and rebuild the next puzzle, because this has got to take a lot of time and a lot of effort. While people still search through the image for more hints that may have been overlooked, somebody in the RSC found a Twitter account. Let's see what it is. Let's see if it's still there. It is still there, and it's got 25,000 followers, and it's got a signed message. Okay, so it was posting shit up until 2015. You got freaking script keys fucking running. Let's see how far back it goes. I'd be curious to know. Because if it started, it'd be curious if it started right around the time that the 992 tweet. Holy shit. Is it? It's not repeating either. It's different sequences of numbers. Sorry, that's just quick running on the screen. I'm just trying to see when the drop dates. If the start, well, January 6th. Jesus Christ. And these are all variants. Wow. Which got to our attention, to say the least. Multiple things were strange about that Twitter. It fits the overall style of Cicada. It was registered shortly after the first downloads of the live image and it had no followers. It was later found to be referenced on the boot CD to what the name is. Note 1231507051231 is a palindromic prime number. The most striking thing about it, though, was the messages it tweeted. Each tweet consisted of an offset 65-bit hex code. For example, that was what we were saying, right? 3301 appears to have used a bot to post these tweets in 5-minute intervals through January 7th. Then on to 4-minute intervals till 1900 GMT, January 7th, where it was seemingly randomly up until 2204 January 7th, where it moved on to 2-minute intervals. Twitter bots stopped posting at 4:52 GMT on January 8th. The meaning of the tweets and the rest of the files left the solver stumped for several hours. A full feed of the tweet is available. After a day of fruitless searching, an IRC user did the impossible and solved the next puzzle. The user took the 763 MP3 file, XO read it with the file produced following instructions in the Twitter. The result was a JPG. It was possible to pre-construct the image resulting from the tweets. The JPG file appears to be a rune table consisting of 3 columns named rune, letter, value, and 29 entries. Rune contains the actual rune character. Letter contains 1 or more plain text characters, and value contains a number. It is interesting to note that the numbers to be found in the value are all ascending primes, building that sequence of the first 29 prime numbers. As a member in the IRC pointed out, the runes stem from Anglo-Saxon rune set, and the letters are in the same order of the Anglo-Saxon runes. It was revealed that this is a full-blown gematria, however you pronounce it, which can be applied to different places of text to reveal interesting numbers. The N-star emergence, for example, produces 761, which is the name of the file, and the file's time signature reversed. It was soon discovered that the image, like the very first one, contained a hidden message, once again masked via outguess. The message itself can be found here. As in every message, the context was followed by a PGP signature. Oh, it's blank. Oh, let's see if the actual... No, you already had it there, so why would you put a link if it... Although this message is from trusted source, PGP is not capable of varying the white space. Hold on. There's something here. Yeah. Hold on, let me see. Let me pull up a text file real quick. Let's see what it says. Yeah, I can't. It's scripted, but no, I don't want to save. PGP messages from untrusted sources may contain modified white space, but still produce good verifications. Yeah, there's something here, but I can't pull it. I mean, there's something more to it, obviously. Scroll right. Oh, good call, Rhino. You're a genius, buddy. No, it's still all... Well, I mean... I don't know, it could be something tied to the space, the lines itself when copied and pasted. Yeah, because there's nothing else outside of that. Let's go. There is a drop point for each of them, right? So it's intentional. After getting a message from 3301, the solvers found that it was, to quote the IRC, most blankly. Oh. Mostly blank. Sorry, I'm fucking apparently I can't read right now. The message, it turned out, contained a mixture of tabs and spaces. Solvers, I converted this to binary, then again to ASCII, then found the message. Yeah, that's interesting. See that, dude, that's what I'm talking about when I mentioned the fact that the amount of work that it takes to do something like this is fucking insanity. I don't think, I don't know. I don't think this could just be one person, right? It's got to be a group of people who are doing this, right? For the simple matter of the fact that they, one, did it all over the world for the first puzzle, right? And the amount of effort, time, all these things they had to put into it go to show that you got something more than one person, right? A group, someone sophisticated enough to put this all together, as well as play a song that, as they stated, couldn't be found anywhere else, was not a copy of any other music, and was its own thing. So someone who also played guitar. I don't know. To me, it seems too much for one person, right? I don't know if you guys would agree with that. I'm doing something with my video real quick. Pardon me while I adjust some things. I hadn't put in key tags real quick. All right, that'll do for now. The code was found. Come to and a dot onion. We shall await you there. Good luck. A quick filler of the website that can only be accessed through Tor, which is using, whatever. Upon visiting the website, the solvers were presented with the following message. The formatting may be a little off on your screen. Press Control Command to view the full message. Oh, press Control. So essentially, it's a cicada, right? You can't freaking web browsers are useless here. Interesting. Yeah, there's no other script. Solvers soon found that web browsers were indeed useless, and that we would have to telnet into the website through the Tor network. Some solvers did so, and they found the website included an inactive shell. We could also type in any number to have it factorized, count to have it count up prime numbers, quit to quit, and hello to return a message. Please see here for the original message. I need to get a blocker. Hello to you, and then it's got a sequence, right? I don't want to see the raw version. I'm good with that. Solvers. It was soon discovered that the messages could be turned into an ASCII, which created another message. Again, GPG signature by 3301. Very good. You've done well to come this far. And it gives another .onion. Good luck. This led to a second .onion address. People patiently waited for news about the second .onion. They continued to explore other options they may have overlooked in the blind rush towards victory. A new message was found on the telnetting hint or clue, and XORing result in a 556.0 file from the data folder with a 3301 text CD image. You can't see the forest when you're looking through the trees. Good luck. Let's see. It got taken down. Pardon me. Similar to the one Cicada OS, but some primes were missing, and two have extra spaces in front of them on the telnetting prime section. There were extra spaces between 29 and 31, 3,257 and 3,259, and some missing primes between 71 and 1,229. The missing primes are as followed. Yeah, I think, hold on, let me pull that up, Rhino. I think that's what I saw a new article popped up. I was going to get to it. Is there a new Cicada puzzle out? Which would be very interesting, because I only jumped back on it because, one, I had planned on doing this with a Remy video, and the fact that I hadn't looked into Cicada in a long time, right? Let me go. Let me go back. I gotta grab the actual chat because I can't click out of it. Out of the restream. Apparently, this is the new Cicada puzzle. Now let's see. Whatever that is. General Mystification, Volume 1. The very text SYGNYL have at times been lost, found, translated, forged, or otherwise mishandled. Listener, discerned, now playing. What? Did you just send me to a band? Or are you screwing with me over here? Is this an actual... What is this, Rhino? Oh, you're on. No, well, we were just. I'll keep that because that might be something worth looking into. The reason I'm diving into Cicada is because I always wanted to do it. If that's something new, yeah, I'm gonna fucking keep that because that'd be interesting to dive into and look into. And yeah, that's interesting. Damn you. Now I'm gonna have to dive into something else. Oh, I thought you were saying that this was tied to Cicada. Definitely keep that open. That'll be interesting. The reason I'm talking about Cicada is because I wanted to do one of the Remy videos on it, and now that I'm kind of mixing up a section of the live show to do the kind of deep dives and stuff like this for the Remy stuff, I'm always looking for things like that. So if you come across anything like that, Rhino, please 100% send it to me. Even if it's an active hunt, if it's something currently running, I'd love to fucking follow it and, you know, kind of basically dive it with everyone and do it on the fly. So back to it. All right, here we go. Another patience is a virtue. Patience is a virtue, which means come back soon. Soon afterwards, someone attempted to telnet into it, reducing an error message which contained the address of VPS on which the site was hosted. Promptly afterward, the site was taken down. Ooh, they might have found something that they weren't supposed to. After the second Onion site finally reopened, the solvers got this hint. You already have everything you need to continue. Sometimes one must knock on the sky and listen to the sound. Good luck. This hint told solvers that they needed to ping the website's IP address and listen to the reply. Each ping reply was laced with data bytes, which could be combined to make the following message. Well, Jesus Christ. Ugh. The fact that, dude, I'm still astronomically shocked by people doing this deep of shit. Well done. You've come this far. It's another address. The third Onion site. On the third Onion site, the solvers received a message instructing them to stand by for coordinates. They're given coordinates again. Each poster had a phone number on it, as well as an access code. Note that the phone number either ends in 3301 or 1033. Calling the phone numbers gave an automated speech asking for a code to be typed in to the dialer. Solvers soon realized that they had to convert the access code given in the posters to its geometrified format and type it in. Upon doing so, the following message was given. Depending on varying location. This one was for Portland. So data set 13, offset 12821, data, and then a string of text. The data when XOR'd with the 560.13, the 13 coming from the dataset file, provided the user with a string of text, notably another onion. Jesus Christ, man. All in all, 6 locations had their codes recovered, while the 7th was not physically visited, but the phone number obtained by war dialing all numbers ending in 1033. Each one of the onion addresses is listed in the table below. Each caller was given an SSS code, which stands for Shamir's Secret Sharing Scheme. A secret sharing scheme allows someone to share a secret with a certain number of people who each get their own string. Once enough of these secrets come together, they can combine to create the final secret. Each location, its SSS code, and some other data on each part of the table. Texas, Japan, Russia, Arkansas. This was not physically recovered. That's the one they just hard dialed the phone numbers for 1033. Portland and Georgia. I don't know. Out of 5, once 5 out of the 10 SSS codes had been retrieved, they can be decrypted to form the message, which was another onion. Here ends part 1 of what... Oh, okay, cool. I'll go to part 2. What's going on, Reefer? Thanks for coming back, buddy. Upon entering their emails into the website, solvers were given a set of test questions and required not to publish them. There were 19 questions in total with 3 different types. Here are the screenshots of the questions that were on the Onion site. It's going to be, don't be a dick. There is no truth. Music getting interesting. Perfect timing for it too. What you are is more important than what you do. The mathematical operation known as addition is modeled after what? And you only had a certain amount of time. You cannot skip into the same river twice. 2 people are standing by a lake. One says, "That's a lovely reflection in the water." The others say, "I see no reflection, but it's fascinating assortment of fish, plants, and rocks within the water." Who is lying? This sentence is false. True. Damn. Just disregarding color blindness, any arbitrary color looks the same to all people. No. Explain in your own words what mathematical principle is relied upon for the second security of Shamir's secret sharing scheme. Cutting out. Oh, yeah, I got you. Name similarities between reality and the concept of the news feed on Facebook. 1 equals 0.9 with, I don't know what the top part is. People who only study material after a test do better than those who do not study at all. Hold on, aren't they? People who only study material after a test do better than those who do not study at all. They are the same. Grass is only green due to a relationship between the grass, light, and your mind. All things are true. Nothing is true. You know, come on. Nothing is true. Everything is permitted. Fucking Assassin's Creed, bro. I am the voice inside my head. You undoubtedly just thought, I don't have a voice in my head. That is the voice the question is referring to. Me. The hard thing about diving these kind of things is if someone trolls and plays a shit move and puts up like a dick pic or something, we get hundreds of million sensations coming into our mind in a moment. Our brain can't process them all, so it categorizes these signals according to our belief systems. This is why we find evidence to support our beliefs and rarely notice evidence to the contrary. Well, it is kind of true. If A is not true, then it must be. In programming language of your choice, write a function that returns a function that values 3301. Observation changes the thing being observed. What does the word it refer to in the sentence? It is dark outside. Well, I refer to outside. Here's the answers. Oh. The second type of question, input box. Yeah, we already went through those. It's been noted that the abstractness of these questions is very similar to the questions that Google supposedly asks its interviewees for serious roles at the company. They can supposedly be used to determine a person's personality type, probably like that in INTF or whatever the fuck it is. I've never taken one of those tests. This page also saved 2 cookies on the user's computer. 167.761. Note are IMRIPs, primes, which appeared earlier in the puzzle in star location. IMRIP, prime spelled backward, is a prime number that results in a different prime number when its digits are reversed. And palindromic prime, sometimes called a pal prime, is a prime number that is also a palindromic number. Is a number that is the same when its digits are reversed. So 1001 is 1001 if you flip it. 2002, continuing. You can do it with long script numbers too. 101. I just almost knocked over my drink. Servers. After completing the test, each solver was sent the following email to address. They had indeed yes input. Please note that the GPG signature has been removed, but multiple sources have confirmed that they received it. In the programming language of your choice, build a TCP server that implements the protocol below. The server code must be written by you and you alone, although you are free to use any modules or libraries publicly available for the selected programming language. Once you have done this, make it accessible as a Tor hidden service. Then provide us the onion address and port via GPG encryption email. You have until 0 universal time on February 3rd, 2013. Any emails received after that will be ignored. And here's the thing. So, what's up, Sicko? How you doing, buddy? How's life? Haven't seen you in a while. Yeah, so we're looking at Cicada. Cicada is fucking a trip. Rhino just told me about a new one. An ARG or something weird going on, which we'll be taking a look at a later time. It's fucking, they even have a tie on the Apple, Spotify, and Google. Like, I don't know, man. These ARGs are fucking weird. So they had to create this server and basically put it together and then submit it by a certain amount of time. They began to work on their TCP server programs and submitted them by the deadline presented in the email. There was no response until 2 weeks later when finally the servers were pinged. A log of one of the server testings is below. And so then the reports that stated they received a message similar to the leaked email from 2012's puzzle. These reports cannot be confirmed as no email was leaked. It was after this that everything went silent again, hopefully only for a year this time. These one of the biggest issues and mysteries around this whole situation is the simple fact that people who solved these puzzles, besides the one person, kind of fell off the grid. They weren't involved in any of the ICP channels or anything like that, IRC channels or anything like that, and so they just stopped. They just stopped being involved in the channels and moved forward with whatever the plan was, whatever was tied into this, whether it was a recruiting thing, whether it was just a group of people who wanted to see the basically the pursuit of life, liberty, and happiness and privacy were contained. Now, what the fuck is going on? 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 What the fuck is there have been people who've come out, and I think one of the articles ties into one of the people who have come out, and that's where we'll take a look at shortly. Obviously, we're running kind of long. We're already an hour and a half in. What I'm going to do is I'm going to continue after I have a couple of drags off of smoke. I want to pop that down. Oh, perfect. There you go, Sicko. Your favorite thing on the screen. I'm going to have a smoke. You remember when I came out? Oh, I'm sorry. Sicko's just jealous because I came out and he wasn't my first choice. See what I did there? I also called you gay. Let me get some music running real quick. I'll be in chat real quick. I'm gonna have a couple of drags. I'll be right back. What's up, guys? I'm back. Let me get the audio adjusted off of the music. That's crazy. That is crazy. All right, let's go back to our good. Nope, that's not the one I wanted. Where is it? There you are. Perfect. Okay. Let me pull that back up. Sorry about the delay, you know? Us bad habit people. Wrong one. I always do that. Wrong one. Alrighty. 2014. This is a cleaned up version of the events that happened. Yeah, go away, ad. Yeah, no one cares, sci-fi. Oh my god, it's a dead body. Get off the fucking screen. In early January 2014, people... fucking ads. People gathered together on the net to wait for the next signs of life from Cicada 3301. After several fake puzzles, eventually a genuine message was received. On January 6th, the Twitter account was re-examined. After being inactive for about a year, it suddenly tweeted a link to the image. This image. Hello. Epiphany is upon you. Your pilgrimage has begun. Enlightenment awaits. And of course, the image found something. The work of a private man who wished to transcend. He trusted himself to produce from within, and then a book code. The message was signed, of course. The book cipher, Cicada had used it in the past years. Thanks to a hint beginning of the message, the book was easy to find. Self-Reliance and Other Essays by Jesus Christ. Oh my god, I'm killing myself here, guys. I can't even speak. Ralph Waldo Emerson. Jesus Christ. They found another address, obviously, and the Onion has gone offline. The William Blake collage was found in the hidden service feature, this image, which is a collage of 4 paintings by William Blake. Following the usual procedure, it was noted the image contains a message, again, extractable by Outguess, and it was as seen below. It's RSA encrypted, and it can be separated into 2 parts. Begin compression RSA encrypted in message contains information about an encryption scheme, also called a chiffre, as well as a data encoded base 64. Base 64 is a scheme to encode unprintable bytes into printable characters. The scheme line tells us that the following message is encrypted using the cipher. The next step was clear: decrypt the message. RSA is moderately complex cipher to understand. Number file provides a good introduction to the topic. Its main advantage is that it's a public key encryption scheme. It allows sharing of encrypted keys without transmitting the key in plain text or agreeing on a key in advance. Public key cryptography solves the problem of how 2 parties can communicate securely without a pre-existing secure channel of communication. In RSA, N and E, well, it's a what's it called? E, Greek, are variables commonly used in the mathematical aspect of the cipher. In fact, together they constitute the public key of an RSA key pair. Basically, factoring large integers have 2 prime factors and are an extremely hard problem. In RSA, N with 2048 or 4096 bits is typically used as the large size provides enough complexity. Sorry, I'm adjusting. Enough complexity to make the factorization of P and Q computationally infeasible in the short term. And they found the code, right? I'm not going to read through exactly how it is. It's more an RSA script, right? Scheme, crypt RSA ESOAEP, contains a dead giveaway. The program language, Perl, uses double colons to achieve modularization. Therefore, we can conclude that a Perl program was used to encrypt it. They then found it and decrypted. This is a string tied to the RSA. This is an address on a hidden Tor. Upon visiting the service, the following document was displayed. Patience is a virtue, yet again with a string text. The page appears to be static. However, after some time, we noticed that the string was slowly growing. Every few minutes, 2 characters were appended to the end of the string. This process continued for 23 hours. The time intervals between new bytes were found to be multiples of 5. Various users recorded the minutes between the updates, the time that they occurred, and the data appended at those times. And here they are. I'm not going to deep dive every single one little piece of evidence because the simple fact is that would take hours, right? And looking at how staggeringly complex this is and beyond me, because I haven't dove into RSA codes or, programming language or stuff like that. I know some base programming stuff, but not much, not enough to tie into it. It's a hexadecimal code, 512 characters long. However, about an hour after the string finished growing, at approximately 5:31:40 GMT, the document changed. The old 512 code was gone, along with the HTML comment. In its place was the following document. Every time I click on something, I worry that it's going to be a penis. I'm really worried. Let's see. Yeah, none of those. We linked to it because it's very large. Not the patience is a virtue. 761. This is significant. We noticed that by applying the Gematris Primus from 2013 puzzle to the phrase and summing the result, one obtains 761. The number is also a palindromic prime. The new string, 3641299 characters long, we noticed that it contained a significant amount of repeated text. They converted it and found a binary string with the 2 first bytes. Wikipedia tells us that these are the 2 bytes of a JPEG image. We walked through the data left and right. Later on the string, we discovered that the byte sequenced again. This indicated the presence of more than one JPEG. We analyzed the rest of the string in a similar fashion and discovered a total of 3 JPEG images. The 3 was in reverse order and so had to be unreversed. Here they are. Liber Primus, Chapter 1, Intus, and Celtic, or the very specific runes. So you're gonna have to take the runes and translate them, right? Intus, outguess, Orientus, out text, the Primus, and the runes. What up, Patrice? How you been? Here we break to explain something. Below are the 2 images. The first image is the 2013's puzzle through the XOR. It was used to solve portions of the last puzzle. The second was created by puzzle solvers in 2014, is derived from the first. Here we refer to 2013's image, which was released by Cicada 3301, as Primus 2013. We refer to 2014 as Primus 2014. It's paramount to understand that 2013's image was created by Cicada himself. 2014's was created by puzzle solvers and was created from rearranging 2013's image. So you can see them up close, right? So this is the rune letter value thing we were talking about, and this is what they varied. Substitution key for decrypting rune warning 3301, right? So these are their their adjustments so they could figure out what was going on with the script. We now return to the puzzle. Using 2013, the runes in the runes image become R. I'm really tempted to make a hard R joke. R, Ingra, and a bunch of other words, right? It stumped us for a short while, then someone created the 2014. Here it is. A warning. Believe nothing from this book except what you know to be true. Test the knowledge, find your truth, experience your death. Do not edit or change this book or the message contained within, either the words or their numbers, for all is sacred. By substituting each character for its value in the Primus 2013, we notice that the sum of each line adds up to 757, 1009, 691, 353, 769, 911. Oh God, were they behind 911? In 2014, 859, 673, the 5 gram message. Shortly after the warning in the previous section was found, is discovered that by Zoring, the hexadecimal messages within each of the 3 images resulted below. And you got a script. After some trial and error, it was discovered that the ciphertext had been created using a simple column transposition cipher by rearranging the ciphertext into 14 columns as so. Good work. Ultimate truth is the ultimate illusion. Join us at blah 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 .onion. Assuming that the final N was omitted in order to fit the bounds of the cipher and applying proper formatting, the following Tor address, right? The first visitor to this hidden service was greeted with the blank page. The page remained blank for a short time and then changed to the following. As with the RSA onion, the string slowly grew with 2 new characters, 1 byte being added at widely varying intervals. Some timing data was collected. In the meantime, a solver ran the tool Durbuster against the hidden service and discovered an apparent misconfiguration of the backend Apache server. Server was leaking a system status page. Whether this was intentional is unknown. However, shortly after the page was discovered, it appears that Cicada was alerted that the status page had been discovered because the content of that page changed. Appended to the end of the server status was yet another long string. This string was found to contain 2 images similar to the previous 2. After building it, you get these 2 images. Another set of runes. How do you know? How do you know Cicada wasn't behind it? How long have they been operating? Are they the NSA? Are they the CIA? I'm not going to pronounce words perfectly, okay? Here's the deal. I'm going to pronounce them how I want to. So fuck that. I don't give a fuck. How about that? Liber. Stupid fucking ancient languages that don't matter now. Okay? Comparing the first and second images, one obtains the OOB data. Note that all these bytes within the printable range of ASCII characters, and many of them appear to be ASCII for digits. Converting the string into binary and reversing that, you get this. The magic square, the 1033 magic square, or the 3301 magic square. And it breaks down, right? For those following along, here's a nice one-liner to get that matrix from the original image. Runes were encrypted with the matrix and the Primus 2013 in hand. We began to interpret the runes. Some wisdom, the primes are sacred. The totient function is sacred. All things should be encrypted. In the bottom half of the image, the runes read, know this. The table translated to the value using the The Primus 2013. Shadows, ethereal, buffers, void, carnal, obscura, form, analog, void, mournful, ethereal, Mobius. Which is the same exact matrix found in the OOB data. The final string was 512 characters. Again, it was observed that the string matched the growing string from the previous onion. The string contained the following 2 images in the same style as before. Outguessing, the first image yields a signed message. See, these info tombs are fucking down. I hate when people use a alternate like page instead of like a paste bin or something. Runes in the image were solved later. Translating the runes from the first image provided another script text. After some trial and error, it was guessed that the ciphertext had been created in a Viennese cipher. The key was divinity and used to reverse gematria here. Welcome, pilgrim, to the great journey toward the end of all things. It is not an easy trip, but for those who find their way here, it is a necessary one. Along the way, you will find an end to all struggle and suffering, your innocence, your illusions, your certainty, and your reality. Ultimately, you will discover an end to self. The second, it is through this pilgrimage that we shape ourselves and our realities. Journey deep within, and you will arrive outside. Like the end star, it is only through going within that we may emerge. Wisdom. You are being unto yourself. You are a law unto yourself. Each intelligence is holy, for all that lives is holy. The footer read, an instruction, command your own self. 14 minutes after the status page updated containing the 2 above images, the status page changed again. The first image from the previous update remained intact in the new string. However, the data on the second was replaced almost entirely with a different hex. Attempting to render it as a JRPG yields a corrupt, incomplete image. The runes in the small outguess image obtained the first new page encoded in the Viennese cipher using the tests. Welcome, pilgrim, to... And then it gives a key, right? See, the amount of all of this just is astronomical because you have to put together pages. You have to do a lot to get this going. So that's why, again, I don't think it was a single person. I think it was a collaborative effort to be 100% correct. The string, again, leads to another onion with these 4 images, right? Another rune script, right? And there's always a sign on the red and a cicada. Sorry, I'm vibrating my desk. They used a similar method to do it, and they used the 2014 and 2013 Primus. Hold on, sorry. Had to burp. A cone. A man decided to go and study with the master. He went to the door of the master. "Who are you who wishes to study here?" asked the master. The student told the master his name. "That is not who you are. That is only what you are called. Who are you who wishes to study here?" he asked again. The man thought for a moment and replied, "I'm a professor." "That is what you do, not who you are," replied the master. "Who are you that wishes to study here?" Confused, the man thought some time. "I am a human being." "That is only your species, not who you are. Who are you who wishes to study here?" After a moment of thought, the professor replied, "I am consciousness inhabiting an arbitrary body. That is merely what you are, not who you are." The man was getting irritated. "I am," he stated, but he could not think of anything else to say, so he trailed off. After a long pause, the master replied, "Then you are welcome to come study." An instruction. Do 4 reasonable things each day. So they used the outguess to break down. They got a clear text image of to believe truth is to destroy possibility, and then a string text, which brings, of course, to another onion. Shortly afterwards, it went offline. It dropped in an MP3, onion 5.mp3, and reading the IDE3 tags showed this. Translating each character interconnected to the corresponding numerical values of the Primus 2013 sum yields 772 a prime. The song itself, 277.133 seconds long. These are the images. Wow. This is the portrait posted, and this is a spectrograph of it, right? The painting, Portrait of Andreas de Perel by Goya y Lucentes. The significance of this is indeterminate. Subimposed image of a man can be seen in the upper right hand. Adjusting image filters reveals hidden information. The string of numbers, which totals 1033, and then another string of numbers, which totals 3301. They haven't figured out the significance. Well, the significance is it ties to Cicada, right? Outguess applied to it, and they come up with another onion. Breaking up the 3 hex blocks, you get this. The equation in the first image is Gödel incompleteness theorem. The MP3 file is a segment of Bach's Trio Sonata in G major. Some say that it's BWV 1033. The picture of the eye is a painting by M.C. Escher called I, painted in 1946. The last bit of the signed signature is a book code. The key is Gödel, Escher, Bach. An Eternal Braid by Douglas Hofstadter. The format of the code is as applies. Another set of images based on the code were found, of course. They tend to push over towards the cipher and towards the scripting. The dive is always curious. The runes were not enciphered, and they read: the loss of divinity, the circu. Inference practices 3, fair. E behaviors which cause it's continued, there's no dashes. Behaviors which cause the loss of divinity. Consumption, we consume too much. We believe the following 2 errors within the deception. 1, we do not have enough, or there is not enough. 2, we have what we have now by luck and will not be strong enough later to obtain what we need. Most things are not worth consuming. Perseverance. We must preserve things we believe we are weak. If we lose them, we will not be strong enough to gain them again. This is the deception. Most things are not worth preserving. Adherence. We follow dogma so that we can belong and be right. Or we follow reason so we can belong and be right. There's nothing to be right about. To belong is death. It is the behaviors of consumption, perseverance, and adherence that have us lose our primality, and thus our divinity. Some wisdom amass great wealth. Never become attached to what you own. Be prepared to destroy all that you own. An instruction: program your mind, program reality. and they all contain a PGP. Create one Tor service that can accept a CGI file uploads. When this hidden service returns and can accept input, post the 3 magic squares and the URL to your hidden Tor here. Work alone. And it's the hidden square sequence again. Sorry, I'm adjusting my seated position. Only difference between the messages in each image was the number used to make the border. So page 1's outguess used 3, page 2 was 3, page 3 was 0, page 4 was 1, spelling out 3301. It went offline shortly afterwards. Hello, you've done well to come this far. Please paste the magic squares into the appropriate text areas below, then provide the URL of the Tor hidden service. The path to your CGI script, which accepts uploads, should be cgi-bin/upload, and the HTML form input, which accepts file upload, should be named file. Additionally, please generate a GNU PG key pair and place the public key in /key.asc. We'll contact you soon. Hold on one second. Let me grab something for my knee. I have to, when I put my elbows on the knee that's messed up, it freaking hurts. So I have to actually have like a pillow or something there. So, since the closest thing in reach is a blanket, it's a blanket. There we go. And then 3 text boxes where the magic squares had to be pasted. His bottom was a text box for the onion URL, the hidden service, and the me message. Here's a screenshot of the page. It says, welcome, Pilgrim. Welcome, Pilgrim. The page accepted any magic square that is matched the criteria. Sometime afterward, it was discovered that the MP3 sorry, I fucking read that wrong. Interconnectedness found on Onion 5 contained a fucking whatever. Basically hidden data in the music. The tool used to find it was OpenPuff. And here's what was found. After getting to a new source, they found another set of runes. The final image is enormous, perhaps indicating the end of the book. Decoding the runes on the page using a Vignere cipher and key circumference yields a koan. During a lesson, the master explained the I. The I is the voice of the circumference, he said. When asked by the student to explain what that meant, the master said, "It is the voice inside your head." "I don't have a voice in my head," thought the student, and he raised his hand to the master. He raised his hand to tell the master stopped. God damn, dude. Put the script and the text together, fucking assholes. The student said, "The voice that just said, 'You have no voice in your head,' is the voice I." And the students were enlightened. An instruction. Question all things, discover the truth inside yourself, follow the truth, impose nothing on others. Know this. As usual, after the final submission, we heard nothing. The IRC channel slowly died. The onions went offline. When I say we heard nothing, we reference to collective solvers. Cicada does not recruit groups, only individuals. Long after the community as a whole had given up, a response was finally received. Some got a message similar to the first, or so they claim, and the rest got a link to an onion containing the page Labor Primus, a 58-page dump of images that will be discussed here. So I'm going to go through 2014, the rest of it, and then we'll we'll probably call it there, because I think what we're at almost we're at 2 hours and something. The fuck is that? Oh, some stupid ass PCAC ad. May 2nd, 2014. A message was sent out. It's not like Harry Potter music for a second. Hold on. Where are we at? Let's go. Sound like fucking Harry Potter. The request of the public key and the root before uploading a file named message.tx.asc to the hidden service. The file contained a valid signature and a link to a new onion. The GET request by Cicados E edition and post S edition. E and S are the 5th and 19th letters in the alphabet, S being the 7th from the end of the alphabet, i.e. 5 and 7. In July 2015, a similar sequence was found within the signed pastebin message published from the Twitter account. The sequence can be seen here. So this is the breakdown. Some news organizations have recently claimed that 3301 is tied to the illegal activities of a group that has claimed responsibility for attacks against Planned Parenthood. We do not engage in illegal activities. We do not associate with this group in any way, nor do condone their use of our name, number, or symbols. 3301. Apparently, people got a little crazy. The 7th onion was found, and they found the source code. The onion contained 58 pages, 0 to 57.jpg. Wow, they got dumped it all right away. This was a hard dump of the thing. It's almost, to me, it feels almost like the person who was behind this was getting bored. Or the people behind this were getting bored. Because to hard dump all the JPEGs like that wasn't their style. Not at all. The rune page appeared to be in sets of various length as defined by decorations in their margin and discuss their meanings. Several of these symbols are repeated on pages of the Primus received earlier, but are reversed, i.e. the cicada emerging and the reclining man. Some symbols repeat across the page sets are similarly transformed by rotation or mirroring. 34 and 39 are cuneiform numbers. The Babylonians sexagesimal numeral system. Possible hint to base 60. It is unlikely the decorations provide any indication to how to code the page within a set or a primary path. Though, this said, the hypothesis is reinforced by adjusting color levels to reveal what appears to be further information. So they were trying to dive further and figure out what was hidden behind based on color imagery. Here's the translation. A numerical transcript is available. The runes were numbered 0 to 28. Each page is on a new line in the symbols. There are some scripts on the rune. Let's see if they have... Oof. That's rough. Page 56 was decrypted using a running stream. Page 56 decrypts to an end. Within the deep web, there exists a page that hashes to, and then it gives a hash. It is the duty of every pilgrim to seek out this page. This could be interpreted as a hash of an onion page. However, it should be noted that the hashes can be used as a unique file identifiers for deep web applications such as Freenet, GooNet, JUNet, get it, or P2P file sharing systems possible on page 56 and 57th rune if you count 1, 56 if you count from 0. An F rune is skipped over. It is the 4th or 5 F runes on the page, the only one that's not encrypted. If you do not skip it, the primary number 269 would be used. The result in OE instead of F. Page 57 is non-encrypting and be decoded. Parable. Like the instar tunneling to the surface, we must shed our circumferences, find the divinity within, and emerge. This parable, which appeared in 2013 with the ID tag 761.mp3, the instar emergence. So they go more script. This was the last little bit in 2014. In January of 2015, to the disappointment of some, nothing was heard from Cicada. No new puzzle appeared, only a dearth of terrible imitation and troll puzzles. Some theorized it was because the Labor Primus had not been completed. Some believed the members they were looking for were enough, or even 3301 had given up. Regardless of the individual opinions, there was one public communication from 3301 in that year. Much like their previous response to accusations of hacking, 3301 responded similarly to a claim during the Planned Parenthood attack in July that the hacker involved was 3301. No, I just want to see this. I just want to see the image. Okay, dropped a paste bin. At 10:35 p.m. on the 27th of July, 3301 broke their silence and posted a link to the paste bin. This tweet was it the one that I found earlier, tied into that message bin, right? Saying that they were not in any way tied to or associated. Checking against Cicada's PGP, the key proves the message is from Cicada, therefore is the first message that Cicada has given in 2015. The message was posted shortly after a series of cyber attacks against Planned Parenthood were carried out by a group claiming to be Cicada 3301. The message refutes their claim and states once again that Cicada 3301 is not involved in any negative or illegal activities. People latched on and used it to do whatever the hell they wanted. This time, however, 3301 refers to themselves simply as 3301, not Cicada 3301. On the 7th line of the message, Cicada has been omitted / forgotten. Nor do we condone their use of our name. Interesting, the lines are separated with more than just breaks in the new message. There's a set of spaces between each paragraph with a seemingly random number of spaces before the line is broken and the new paragraph is started. On the line before the first paragraph is a set of 5 spaces between the second paragraph and first is a line with 3 set of spaces. The second paragraph is followed by a line and 2 spaces. The next line has 1. The signature 3301. From the top down, the sequence spells out 53257. Individually, the digits are all prime. When you consider their placement in the message, 532 acts as spacers between paragraphs, while 57 separates the 3301 signature from the end of the message. So you have the numbers 5-3-2 or 532 with parenthesis 3301 and 5-7 or 57. Remember, the rune page was also numbered 0 to 57. Cicada used a set to represent in previous messages as well the gaps. here are the raw forms that they sent. They're showing the gaps. Planned Parenthood spaces. So that was the only message of 2015 because someone decided to fucking play a dick move and blame cyber attacks on them. Again, in January of 2016, solvers found no new puzzles awaiting them. This time there was a message, however, an image posted interestingly to Infotomb, a site that has been set up by a solver in previous year. The images shown below encourage solvers not to look back to the unfinished Liber Primus, but also to stop getting distracted by the imitations and fakes that always arise. This was during a time that a very large number of the new, inexperienced, or even foolish users were following a long trail devoid of any verifiable evidence. The path lies empty. Epiphany seeks the devoted. Liber Primus is the way. Its words are the map. Their meaning is the road, and their numbers are the direction. Seek, and you will be found. Good luck. Beware false paths. Please, sorry. So another sign. It's currently the end. The solvers have returned to their attempts on the Primus, but it remains almost 2 years since the page was decrypted. Huh. So hold on. Well, now it's been shit. In 2 years, this was probably primed up at 20. So that was 2016. Yeah, so it's been 3 years, 4 years almost, and no one has figured anything else out. I wonder if it's because the main people, and the people who were the ones wise to figuring it out, basically either solved it and moved on, right? Meet the man who solved the mysterious Cicada 3301 puzzle. It's one of the most baffling and enigmatic mystery on the internet, with promises of epiphany if you solve it. But just how hard is it to crack the puzzle, and who's behind it? Hold on, let me see. I think this one, that's 1125. No, so that's not the... Okay, here's the post. This was in, February 1st, 2021. See what I'm talking about? It's... Did this motherfucker just copy this article? Because it's literally, look. Literally word for word. It's the most baffling, enigmatic mystery on the internet, with promises of epiphany if you solve it. But just how hard is it to crack the puzzle, and who's behind it? It's perhaps the most enigmatic and intriguing thing on the internet, which promises an epiphany when you solve it. No one knows who sets it or what the puzzle is at the end. But this fool literally... What website is this? ZME Science. Fucking idiot. Don't copy pasta fucking people's work on the internet. Especially if you're doing it for something or someone where you're publishing. You know, it's like, come on, man. He's going through a breakdown of it. I just want to see if there's anything, like, I want to see if there's anything new to it, because I feel like this guy just took and wrote the article off that page. Like, just ripped his article straight off of the wiki. Is there any additional news? Oh, here we go. See, he's still tying in. Like, there's been no addition. There's no nothing. See, this is the thoughts of an idiot, right? If this is indeed true, then there is one organization, sort of, which seems very congruent with Cicada, Anonymous. Anonymous is a very odd phenomenon, a loosely associated international network of activists and hacktivists. But they've said they don't do anything illegal, so your thoughts are stupid. A website nominally associated with the group describes an internet gathering with a loose, decentralized command structure that operates on ideas rather than directives. They usually like to keep a low profile, popping up when they really have to. They've done some good, they've done some bad. But here, the thing is, they've done bad. That's the problem. Okay, so we've come to a stopping point. Now, there are unsolved pages in the Primus. God damn it, get your ads out of here. Why am I getting StreamYard ads? Who the fuck uses StreamYards? 17 pages solved. Okay. There are tie-in notes. Okay, so here's the game plan. I'm gonna run this back tomorrow. I think we're gonna continue because the simple fact is I'm gonna dive further because there's got to be updates and new things that maybe haven't been populated. Like, okay, here we go. On April 2017. New user came to Cicada Solvers and IRC channel and notified us that they found a new PGP signed message. Beware false. The hash is different though. Beware false pass. Always verify our PGP signature from, and then gives it. Message is signed with a key. Date is signed April 4th. And then there's verifications. According to Google Catch, the page had 72 views. Here's how the user found it. I was looking for the last PGP encrypted message from Cicada. You know, like the old one, linked from Twitter that said verify PGP. Search for, and then the tag on Pastebin, sorted by date, and there it was. I thought it was the same. Validated it. Realized that wasn't the same. Realized the Pastebin date, and Brotherbin caught me posting in the Discord. I posted in the Discord here, then in Defango's YouTube chat. Who's Defango? So what I'll do now that I'm diving into this and enjoying this and liking to do this, I think we'll obviously do it a little earlier tomorrow, maybe. What's tomorrow? Tomorrow's Friday. We'll dive into this more. I'll dive into this more and see if I can find anything new or anything else that I haven't come across, right? And sorry, I'm just looking at this. See if I can find any more information of anything more modern, anything new. If anyone's come across anything like this person that supposedly solved it. Joel Erickson is one of the few known people to have solved it. I stumbled upon it on one of the image boards. The first image was posted in 2017. 34-year-old crypto security researcher and developer from Sweden. So he was 34 in 2014. That would put him roughly 6 years older. So he's 40 now. Tackling the puzzle would lead Erickson to rely on a host of skills. Blah, blah, blah. Quest would ultimately return to the deepest layers of the digital web, the dark web. Not everything's a fucking dark web, dude. It's a Tor site. To understand how hard it is, let me see if I can find anything, because I want to see what he has to say. I don't give a fuck about you like diving and talking about it and what he had to do. I want to know what he said. The Gibson poem. However, by the time he arrived, Cicada 33 had put a message stating that they were disappointed in the groups of people that had formed to share parts of the puzzle. They discovered without any one member completing all the steps all the way, as Erickson had done. Oh, okay, so this guy supposedly solved it all by himself. Had Erickson seen the first image as soon as everyone else did, and having solved the Cicada 3301 puzzle on his own, he would today know what laid behind the tour site. It was quite disappointing, especially considering that the people who registered in time were mostly ones that had not actually solved much of the puzzle themselves. People were sharing solutions and collaborating a bit too much. But for Erickson, the time and effort it took to beat Cicada weren't a loss. He solved every step of the world's most bad. He hasn't solved every step. This is like the fact that that there was continued stuff and that there's still things that's not the sign. One of the internet's Enigma in under 3 weeks, and in the process gleaned a lot of insight into who or what Cicada 3301. Who's behind it? Erickson's impression of who might be behind the puzzle changed as he went along. Getting a phone number to call after solving one of the pieces of the puzzle was the first hint that this might not just be the work of a random internet troll. This was definitely an unexpected turn. The plot thickened even more than receiving GPS coordinates. I also can't help but notice that the locations US, Poland, France, South Korea, and Australia are all places with some of the most talented hackers and IT security researchers in the world. Cicada's identity is one of the most hotly debated topics among people who try to solve the group's now annual puzzles. Theories range from global banks that might be trying to set up new digital currencies, crypto, to political think tanks or a nefarious group of hackers with anarchy on their mind. The most popular assumption, however, is a government intelligence agency like CIA, NSA, or MI6 that may be trying to recruit talented crypto analysis, something Erickson doesn't think is likely. It is actually quite common for intelligence agencies and similar organizations to use non-traditional forms of recruitment, but in those cases, they usually announce it's official after or rather than hiding their identity. One such example is the GCHQ challenge. Can you crack it? A few years ago, it required deeper technical skills than the Cicada 3301 challenge, but the scope was much smaller and it required a lot less time to solve. If intelligence agencies use something like Cicada 3301 puzzles to find people to recruit, they would probably end up with a lot of people that are not really interested in working for organizations such as theirs. If it's not an intelligence agency, who do you believe it is? It's most likely an underground organization not related to any government or intelligence agency. Based on their challenges, the Agrippa poem, the marriage of heaven and hell, the book of law, and their constant references to prime numbers and the like, they're likely intellectual, anti-establishment, ideologically driven, and they seem to be valuing logical/analytical thinking highly. Seem to share a lot of ideology with crypto anarchy movement and old school hackers. So basically you don't know. I'm trying to see if he had anything, because there were people who came out, and this might have been the guy who came out. Let me keep that tab open. There have been some leaks with people claiming that they are or have been part of Cicada, but the problem is that oh, Jesus Christ, my thing just scared the shit out of me. Thanks for the dono. I can't even see it. Or God damn it, why is it not showing up? Give me a second. Hold on one second. That really scared the shit out of me. If you guys would have saw me on cam, you would have laughed at my ass. I hope you didn't text to speech and then it's fucking. I log into my Streamlabs. Give me a sec. Do what you wanna do. Yeah. Let me get my two-factor authentication shit. Sorry, I had to get my two-factor. How is that not a usual activity for me? What, because I haven't logged in a while on this side? No one cares. Go away. Oh, thanks, Reefer. You didn't even say anything, but thank you. And you scared the shit out of me. Thanks, buddy. Erickson doesn't think the identity of who's behind Cicada will ever be revealed, even by a bona fide winner. I don't think Cicada 3301 would reveal everything about themselves directly or at all. They probably only reveal their purpose or ideology and what they expect from you as part of the group, and then use anonymous means of communication. Regarding the desire to tell the world, I think that it depends on how you're wired and what drives you. My work as a security researcher for some very secretive and sensitive clients, I'm used to keeping secrets. If you're working for a cause you truly believe in, I don't think keeping your mouth shut is hard. The challenge for Cicada 3301 is to figure out which ones truly believe in their cause. You know, hold on, what is this one? Why do they say call it a cabal? I love when they fucking use language like that. This was on the same one. Yeah, we'll read this one tomorrow. This is the one who yeah, this is the guy I was talking about. Someone who supposedly got into the hard side of the web. So what we'll do is we'll continue tomorrow. Tomorrow's Friday. I'm trying to think. Maybe around 6, maybe a little bit earlier, because I got a clip for part of the weekend. I gotta get Saturday lined up at least. I have to get the Saturday clips lined up at least. Depending on, because I don't have any, without them doing a live show today, I don't have anything for tomorrow lined up really besides one clip for the early morning. But yeah, guys, I appreciate everyone hanging out. We'll continue this tomorrow. I'm gonna keep open things I didn't get to. Let me see. No one cares about your thoughts. You just copied. So we'll keep this up. Sorry. And we'll continue this tomorrow. I figure around, let's say evening sometime. But yeah, so I'll bang out the stuff I need to do early so we can roll this out and, move forward. Appreciate you guys hanging out. Thanks for everyone who donated. Thanks, Reefer. And thank you, Fat Cat Boy. Be sure to throw a like on your way out. Also, when we do go live over here, it's greatly appreciated if you share it out on any platforms you have. It's always really appreciated. Also, I was talking with AP, and it looks like we are going to line up a show together. I don't know what we're going to be doing specifically on times, or if we're going to do like weekly or every other week. But I'll continue to work with him. It's going to be pop culture stuff, member berries, stuff like that. Probably some modern stuff too, depending on what, we get into, kind of like Cobra Kai and shit like that too. So I will see you guys tomorrow. I appreciate you guys hanging out. I hope you guys have a great rest of your night and a great Friday. Take care.